a little chilly this morning. It is 15 degrees. So today, if you watched yesterday's video, today we have to run over to Ackley to try rinse. Grab another load of empty boxes. We're going to take them down to Ogden, to the AGR plant down there. We're going to unload them boxes, get reloaded, another small load, and then we have to head over to Griswold, Iowa, and then shoot up to Storm Lake, Iowa, and then this route is done. So 5 to 6 hours of drive time plus whatever it is to load and unload. So it'll be a fairly short day. So the nice thing about doing these seed loads is all miles are paid. It doesn't matter whether you're loaded, unloaded, small load, big load. It makes no difference. They set up the route, so they pay all miles. They pay the miles that they say it's going to be, but if there's a big discrepancy, you can always turn that in, and I don't know if they just use Google Maps or what, but they'll do some sort of comparison, and if you're right and they're wrong, they'll make it up. So they usually don't argue a whole lot. There is one route going out to Aroma Park, Illinois, and it's always been wrong by about 40 miles, and all the drivers have always argued with that one, and for whatever reason they've never got that route fixed, and they'll never change the mileage on their manifest. But you can Google map it, and there's no way even on Google Maps to get it to come down. So I don't know what they use or how they came up with the numbers and why they won't change them, but there's just that one route. But typically you'll come out in favor of the driver, so it's not the end of the world on that one, just because at the end of the year you always come out getting paid on more miles than you actually drove. So a lot of people just kind of eat that one, I guess. But our pre-trip is just about done, and we're getting ready to head out. They open at 7, and right now our arrival time is 6:45, so we'll let the truck warm up a little bit longer, get some more heat in it, and then we'll head out. Getting loaded. They didn't wheel chock us, or pull our glad hands, or anything this time. Yesterday, the kid, I don't think he's done this before. That or he just got out of a safety meeting and he followed it to the T. Alright, anyway, that guy'd never been here. But no, so the kid, he yesterday unhooked both glad hands, unplugged that, and then I seen him reach under and was gonna pull my kingpin. And I was like, what are you doing, dude? And he's like, well, I gotta unhook the trailer. I'm like, I don't think that's what they meant. I was like, usually, I said, they just pull the glad hands and throw a wheel chock under the tire. And I said, that's if they even do anything, which 90% of the time they don't. Yeah, anyway, we got 42 empty boxes getting put on. And then, yeah, we'll take these down to Ogden, get them unloaded, and then head over to Griswold. That is our plan for today. boxes, got reloaded with, we got 11 spots. It's a mixture of pallets and boxes. So right now we got a load of seed corn on, and for whatever reason, Ogden, it's one of the easiest warehouses to get in. I mean, there's a mile worth of backup space, and the docks, and with it being out of town and out in the country, you don't have to try and navigate through any towns or anything like that to get to the place. But Ogden is one of the easiest warehouses to get to, but they also are the worst warehouse to go to because they just do not have anything together. I bet I got 70 to 75% of the time that I go there, they do not have the paperwork ready. The loads are picked, but the paperwork's never printed off, which is crazy because they call them shippers. That's the paperwork that we got to take, and customer has to sign, and it makes the 2 carbon copies. So that's what they call the shippers. The paperwork that they have out in the warehouse is the exact same paperwork, just printed on yellow paper. So it's just literally a matter of printing off the paperwork, and they seem like they can never get that done. Last year they had me stay hooked up to the dock 2 nights, and well, I don't know if it was in a row, but in the same week anyway. They didn't have paperwork either time, and the office was closed, so they literally left me hooked to the dock all night. They got 3 docks, but they literally tied up 1 dock all night long to keep me hooked up instead of letting me go park up by the office. It's not like I'm going to go anywhere without the paperwork. I don't get paid and nothing without that paperwork, so it's not like I'm just going to go driving off with their seed in the back of the trailer. They know who's got it, obviously. I'm not sure what this little town is. Looks like they build garbage trucks here. There's a whole bunch of them over there, a bunch of chassis. But I've already talked to my guy in Griswold. He's waiting for me. I'll be there in about an hour and a half. And then my drop for tomorrow morning in Storm Lake, I called him and told him I could be there somewhere between 3 and 4, depending on how long this drop in Griswold took. And I'd call him and give him a heads up. And pretty much said as long as I was there by 6 o'clock tonight, he'd take his load tonight, which is only 1 box. So I'll be able to unload there, and then I'll just go home from there. Tomorrow morning, I'll probably head and then tomorrow morning, I'll probably head over to the courthouse. I got to get the truck, the semi, out of my name and get it put in the company name. Since we got the name change all finalized, I gotta get the title switched over, so that way we can keep business and personal separate. Just got done dropping off our Storm Lake, so we are done and headed home. So we got this whole route done in 2 days versus the 3 days like it was scheduled to be. So both my guys for today were happier to take it now than tomorrow. And my guy last night was technically supposed to be this morning, and he was happier to take it last night than this morning. So it was a win-win. Now it is 3:30. We got an hour drive home, and we are done. Oh, that was out of the bridge. The benefits of doing this over campers is you don't have to sit here and deal with brokers at all. But you have to deal with other farmers trying to get everyone's schedule, get everything timed out right, which is kind of the harder part. So I think I'd rather try and schedule around a dozen different people than I would rather deal with one broker every week. And all miles are paid, so there's virtually zero deadhead because the AGR is only 6 miles from my house. So essentially, I'll have 12 miles of deadhead every week. Going to pick it up, and then the route ends at AGR, so technically driving home. So actually, it might even work to where I, if I'm north of my house, or north of AGR, I actually save 6 miles. That is probably my favorite part versus campers. It's not dealing with brokers, not dealing with calling the office, then dropping campers off and waiting 2 hours to get inspected, and dealer complaining about any little nick, ding, dent, or whatever, and blaming it on you. That part of the seed side of things is way better. I like campers because we can pick and choose where you want to go, when you want to go. Seed, you have pretty much a set schedule every week, and you really don't know what it's going to be until Thursday, and then you'll find out what your following week is going to be. So at least you have some heads up. Well, there's definitely pros and cons to both. The miles are way lower doing this, but they don't have to be as high, being as they're all paid. You don't have to worry about having any deadhead.